Hello.
Hello.
Oh, what are we talking about? What did I walk into?
Oh, the Johnny Depp trial.
Ah, thing taking
You take a
place
shit
in.
on someone's bed, it's called an Amber Heard now. That was
Jesus.
coined by Al,
Okay. I'm gonna just
not me.
let that sit. The trial taking literally, yeah, the trial taking literally taking place 5 minutes from my house. But in all seriousness, welcome back to Star 7, episode 34 already. Holy hell! Last week, you all in the Dwarven City nuked a Forge Guardian. One turned that sucker.
I thought it was 1.5.
It was like two.
It was like 2.5. I was rounding up. Before taking a little bit of a break, visiting some of the chapels of the dwarves, and finally forging 2 trammels successfully. Before the heat of the forge exhausted some of you. I forgot exactly where we left off. Did you guys get a long rest in? I believe so. Yeah, you guys ended on a long rest.
Yeah, I think we were just going back to forge more Trammels
The next morning, yeah.
the next morning.
Yes.
Is there anything you guys would like to do in the
Bael was
morning?
gonna prep. Bael was gonna prep greater restoration in case more people get exhausted. I think.
Yes.
Yeah. Let me recheck, see if I have it in here.
Above. Ooh, good.
Yep, it's studied.
Also, by the way, happy we live in a post Spelljammer exists in 5e world.
And I also have enhanced ability. Tell me who to stick it on, I'll stick it on them. And what?
But just the tip, though, right?
The very, very tip.
I'm not sorry.
I like that Tomach didn't even have to say anything.
It's just in my subconscious trying to make as many just the tip jokes now.
He'll slip one or two in.
Anyway.
Tips, that is.
Anyways. You guys come downstairs, same similar, not identical breakfasts to the ones you guys have had since you've arrived here.
Sit there after I come back in from our morning routine and eat. Since I can't physically go outside, I'll just do it out in the open, like a courtyard or something inside the cave.
Cool.
So is this the first time that the rest of us are actually seeing you do your morning routine?
It's not. Um, I would go out like outside a little way from the building to do it, but if you look out, you could probably see me do it. It's like yoga, exercises, shit like that. Endurance stuff.
Just doing like sun salutations in the morning?
Yeah, to loosen up my muscles so I like don't pull nothing or whatnot and stuff like that.
watching him do this, and just thinking to myself, like, that is not like any prayer I've ever encountered. There's so much I don't understand about these dragon gods.
I mean, the way I do it, it's like, what's that word? Serene, or it's like Zen, relaxing type stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, sure. But I'm from Alvin's perspective, like he doesn't know what Zen is. He just sees it and thinks it's weird as shit.
I mean, if you all get up early enough, you're more than welcome to come out and work out and such.
In my head, I'm just picturing Bael doing like a combination between like yoga and Tai Chi because he learned both and just confused them.
Yeah,
They
well,
are very similar.
They are.
yoga, tai chi, some Zen stuff, some really really hard stretching. Of course, he doesn't do it with his armor on or anything like that. Just his what do you call that? Underpants for the armor and no shirt.
The armor slips.
Yeah,
Again, don't ask me how I remember that kind of stuff. Okay.
and after a while, he'll come in and eat breakfast.
Hmm.
I'm just sitting there eating the whole time. Look over at him like it's normal routine for you.
Yeah, do it every day. Been doing it ever since I was in the order.
And everyone in this order does the same thing every morning.
Nope, just me. They do their own thing. Some don't even do it. Some just get up, get dressed, and go on patrol or
What
do their
is
work.
what is it exactly? What are you doing out there? Just trying to
I
like limber up for the day or what?
limber up for the day. It helps me not lose my control or temper.
What happens when you lose your temper?
Oh, never happened.
You don't want to see him when he's angry.
I'll turn aqua blue.
And that's when Bael decided to multiclass into barbarian.
Actually, he's going to multi-class into druid.
God.
So I hear.
Actually, that probably fits Hulk better. I don't think Hulk would be a barbarian.
Yeah, Hulk is a moon druid.
Yeah, 100%. Also, I just got a good idea for a YouTube video. But anyway. Anyhow. Anybody else want to do anything this morning?
So he just comes down and eats breakfast.
Um, before if I'm up before Lucy comes down, I'm gonna very quietly tell Royce and Bael and Tomash my plan for the day.
right.
which Rai and I talked about. Over
You
the-
actually told me to.
I was left out.
it's,
Sorry.
there's a particular item that I want to try to forge out of Titanite.
Okay.
How would Titanite plate mail be?
I'm not sure we have enough Titanite for that, by L.
All right. I understand the
I know
Trammels
that
are more
I
important.
know that my glaive is Titanite, and I know that if anything happens to it, if I get separated from it, or even if it's destroyed, I can just resummon it to my hand. So if that could be done with armor, that seems like it could be handy. You just walk around without armor, and if something dangerous is about to happen, you just boom, it's on.
Stick it in a ring like the Flash in his armor.
That might be something to try if we can gather enough Titanite.
Like I said, the Trammels are more important. I don't know how many we need exactly.
Yeah, I don't either. Our Sawyer didn't really give a number, and I don't think any of our books have been much help either.
Sawyer is looking over one of the books that I found that had nothing in it, but could possibly have something in it.
Totally random, but also on topic. Who has the book on Theirs done?
I have Erithus and Moradin.
What was the name?
Sarah's Dune.
Theirs Dune.
I know I didn't have anything
Should be
like that.
Royce.
Because I don't think he's taken a look at that book yet. I don't think he's taken a look at any of the four
I-
books he took. I know you've taken a look at 2 of the 4.
It's because that page of notes is gone.
Oh no.
Let me go ahead and try reading that book.
Yeah, make an intelligence check.
I'm going to take some inspiration.
Okay.
It was a 3.
Yeah, that's not going to cut it. He looks at one word and gets a migraine.
Goes cross-eyed.
19.
Okay. Reading through the book on Theriston is also known as the Chained Oblivion. Let me actually pull my notes up here. He depicts him as this kind of like malice-filled void of a god. Really. And madness and just generally driving people insane. To serve his purpose of consuming other gods' temples to increase his power during the Age of Heroes. Make another intelligence check.
Is he allowed getting guidance on it?
He can, yeah.
All right.
You didn't really need to give me guidance. I rolled a nat 20 for a 23, but let me go ahead and roll that extra d4.
Yeah, you're gonna need it.
$26.
Because you read Celestial, right?
I do.
As you read through the pages of the book, there's stuff written in the margin by hand in a different kind of font. And I think you guys have seen this on some of the books with like handwritten notes and things from like Ayun and other people in some of the margins on it. And as you're reading through and reading about all of the things he did, trying to kill other gods, consume their powers, consume their worship, you kind of, with the 27, kind of flip through and realize in the page of the margins, the words make a sentence. You ready?
Yeah.
Much like the Prime Ascension, a god can be sent beyond the gate. 7 Trammels from 7 gods.
I'm going to go ahead and let everyone else know what that was. About the 7 Trammels from 7 gods.
So we need 7 Trammels.
I think that also means we're going to need 7 gods.
I think we have one in our pocket as a friend.
Well, if you don't take it too literally, then including him, I think we have 6.
Gon, Erithus, Obandra, Ayun, Io, maybe Moradin?
I wasn't even counting Moradin, so maybe.
Loth.
No, none of us. I'm thinking out of who we.
Tomash, who do you worship? I never hear you talk about it.
That would be good to know.
Oh, I was muted. I worship the storm god.
So that makes 7.
The question is, if we went through those trials up north in that snow area, why was Loth there?
They were all up there. The ones we need, the ones we don't. They were all up there.
What if the ones we don't need, we actually need?
I think it was just a temple to all the gods or an ancient city because it was spread out in parts. It didn't look like there was anyone missing because we also couldn't see the other floors. They were frozen in ice.
I'm not.
It could have
I'm
been
not.
all of them.
Yeah, I'm not too anxious to deal with Tharizdun or some of the other evil ones anytime soon if we can help it. But and I don't know if it's 7 Trammels for 7 gods. I don't know. Does that mean we just need to get these Trammels blessed by different gods, or do we need to actually have face-to-face meetings with all 7 of these gods? Because if it's the latter, I have no idea how to do that. Are they all on different planes of existence?
Sorry, it's starting to rain here and the wind's blowing it in. Had to close windows. Sorry if I missed whatever you were saying.
To summarize in a sentence, do you actually have to meet the gods, or do you just need their blessing? And where are they?
I figure we have to go to maybe each of their churches and get the blessings.
That would be
Or
easy enough.
I think it's actually going to take the god being there to do it if they're blessed by gods and not blessed by the hands of the gods per se.
well, several months ago I didn't meet IO and he blessed me. When I died, I came back to life.
Maybe we can see if our friend has some answers when we're done here. So it sounds like we have at least 4 Trammels or 5 Trammels to go.
We do.
Should we get a move on then?
Yeah.
Indeed.
But if Loth is involved, just remember, evil does fear evil. So evil may help us with this bigger evil.
It's possible, and I don't think, Royce, did your book say which gods we need? Or just any 7? Or,
It just said 7.
well, I think the 5 of us already have relationships with 7 gods. If those 7 are the right 7, then I don't see why we have to deal with any evil ones if we don't have to.
I don't think we need to.
I say we go to each of these temples and try and get some sort of offering for the blessing in return.
Okay, we need to make the trammels first, though.
Let's make the
Well,
Trammels
yeah,
first, and then I think we see what our friend has to say. Because I think we all know that he knows something that he's not telling us. Anyway, making the Trammels comes first.
yep, another exhausting, what, 8 hours? Let's all keep some extra water on us for hydration also.
I do math. Yeah, it's about 9 hours to do 5, 8 hours to do 5 trammels.
Assuming we can not get exhausted.
It's true.
Well, I can only cast 2 greater restorations, so
Yeah.
Okay.
I can
Maybe,
cast 3 level 4s, 3 level
Yeah.
3s.
yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe for everyone, and this will include our Droolim and I forget the other NPC helper's name. It sounded
Lucio.
like Lucy.
Dendrock and Lucia.
Lucia. So maybe it would be a good idea for everyone as you finish like the job you have to do. When that's done, just come over and stand by me while I finish. And that way, if we all have to make a con save after it's done, you'll be next to me and you'll get the +4.
We could just be within the 10-foot radius, right?
Yeah, within 10 feet of me.
Yeah.
If that's possible. I don't know if it'll be possible.
I'll allow it.
Well, it looks like we got some work ahead of us.
All right. Guys heading out. Cool. Droolim has been kind of your keepers, hanging out outside your door, kind of leaning on the wall. Didn't want to
Morning.
interrupt. Sorry. Otherwise, I would have come in. Are we ready to begin?
I believe we are.
Excellent. Kind of lead you back through familiar halls, down another level of this place, and into the Heart Forge, where you guys spent a lot of your previous day. I assume everybody's manning the same stations that they did the previous day.
Where'd Kaz go?
Nice here.
Here.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Discord full screen video shares, they changed it and I don't like it. Anywho.
So who do you want me to give enhance ability to?
I'm already going to have advantage. So not me.
Also, above game stuff, you have enough spell slots to do 7 spell slots if you cast it.
I have 4 first levels, 3 second levels.
But you need the 2 5th levels for greater.
Yeah.
So you need the 2 5th levels for greater. You can use second levels on enhance ability. That gives you 3/3 and 3/4. And Lucy also has 3/3 and 3/4. So right there, that would be enough for 6. And we only need 5.
Okay.
So
I
how
thought he
many?
still had 2/4, so that's fine. Okay.
How
And
many
it's-
enhanced abilities you want me to cast?
You can only cast one. It's concentration.
Is it?
Yep.
Up to 1 hour, yeah.
I forgot to ask you, Rai. Last time when I hit exhaustion, does it matter that I'm resistant to fire?
Nope.
All right, worth a shot.
So
You're immune to fire. you're good.
did Tomas struggle at all
Nope.
last time?
I don't know who failed their checks last time.
It was me with the exhaustion. That's why we had to stop.
Lucia had a bunch of issues.
Yeah.
All right, I'll
Enhance
give it.
ability isn't going to help with the saves. It's just going to be for the skill checks. So maybe Lucia.
What's her stat she uses?
She's on
For
the
this?
fan, so it's Dex.
All right, so I'll enhance ability dex on her. I think that's Cat's Grace.
Yes.
Yes. Has advantage on dex checks.
Yep.
So I'll go over and cast that on her.
Okay.
I'll say, Lucia, this will help with your abilities here. And he places her hand on her shoulder, places his hand on her shoulder and casts it.
Okay. She'll have advantage, so I'll write that down.
Not as effective. You didn't use the tip of your finger.
I used all 5 tips.
I'm done. I'm so done. I'm not. It's so good. So done. Fuck this. As I roll a nat 20. So how are you guys ready to start?
Yeah. How many things do you have, Alvin?
You wanna
DM
rephrase that so I
how
know
many
what you're talking about?
DM inspirations?
I only have one right now,
All right,
but I'm gonna have advantage on my
I'll give you
athletics.
one. I'll knock 2 off.
3 rolls, apparently. So to get everything started, I need the acrobatics checks from Royce and Lucia.
$28.
That's 25 for Lucia. So I need one more between the two of you. She's rolling with advantage. That's a 26 or 25. Same roll. So the fan is starting. The thing is cranking up. Hot. I assume you're putting the Titanite shards down where they were before.
Yeah, and more in favor where it was before, showing us the mold.
Got it. Alright, sleight of hand Dendrock is a dirty 20 to throw the ore in the fire. Titanite in the first container. I need 2 athletics checks from Tomash for the next one, for the rest of the ore.
Oh, we got a 16 and a 22.
Hold up. My campaign game log is not correct. Alright, easy enough to get all of the ore in. I believe your dragon's taking it to the anvil because he's immune, so he has advantage on sleight of hand to carry it without damaging himself.
21.
Easy enough to do, and it's on the anvil. Alvin, would you like to go first before...
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
So I've got advantage because
Yep.
I'm proficient with the tools.
Yes, that is correct. And I
A
assume somebody's
natural.
giving guidance.
Okay. Well, so that was a natural 19 for a 32 plus guidance makes it a 35.
So that is a natural.
Overachiever.
So I assume Bile's giving guidance to Drulum then. So it's a 19 plus 9 for a 28 plus 1 for a 29. And one more, please, sir.
So no guidance on this one.
Okay.
Is that correct?
No, it's a separate action.
Oh, okay. So I have guidance again.
Yeah. That's only a 27 this time.
Only a 21 for me.
And then who's doing the spell slots? Please mark off 7. Who's doing what?
I'll
11.
mark off 7. I can do all 7.
You have a 7 because it's only one action. You can only do
one spell action.
Oh, I'll let y'all do it. Never mind. I'm sorry. That's right.
I will do a 4th level.
Then I will do a 3rd level.
Cool. Easy enough. Over the course of an hour, between the fans pumping, the anvil hammers, extremely skilled and deft, working with each other after working for 6 hours the previous day. You've successfully forged a 3rd trammel. I assume everyone's going to gather around Alvin for their concentration saving throws.
And give out water to those who need it.
Yep. It's cocked. Oh my god. Can I love the Die Hard dice symbol, but it just has a wide enough part where the dice will cock in the actual thing. Okay. That's a nat 20 for 21 for Lucia. That is a 18 for Dendrock. And a 27 for Drulem. What everybody roll?
28.
31.
22.
Cool.
28.
Royce, Andrew,
Everyone added +4, right?
Royce, Andrew, Drake +4. I did not to mine, but they all saved.
Dirty 20 for me.
Saved.
17 for the Drake.
Drake saves. Wait, +4? So 21?
Wait, one sec. Yes, it's 21. I forgot to add in my modifier too, so actually we both higher.
Okay.
Actually, a 23 for the Drake.
Cool. All right. No points of exhaustion, so I assume you guys are going to keep going. All right, Royce, yep. I need the fan. Keep it going.
27.
24 for Lucia. That is fine. Dendrock's going to do an athletics check to throw the Titanite in the fire. That is a 24. I need 2 from Tomash, please, again.
If anybody needs guidance.
21.
Yeah, you can give him guidance on the second one.
20.
Or not, because he did it both. Drake, advantage, sleight of hand check. So Dex.
$20.
Easy enough. He's immune to fire. Just picks it up in his mouth. All right. Then the athletics check with advantage on the anvil.
All right. With guidance.
Yeah.
Yep.
28.
27. Another
30.
Another 27. And then spell slots.
4.
3.
Cool. All right. Another hour and a half. Work between putting the right ores in and the right combinations at the right times and casting spells at the right time and working the magic of the Titanite on the anvil in the Heart Forge, you guys. Successfully cast a 4th. That means I need everybody's con save.
Rolled mine. 22.
Remember, everyone gets +4.
Everybody gets +4.
I will take an inspiration on that.
Yep, me too.
24 for the Drake. Holy crap, my dice are rolling well.
That's a 21 for Lucia.
31.
31.
21 for me.
I just had a 16.
Okay. That is a 22 for Dendrock.
I have a 19.
And a 30 with the +4. It's a 32 for Drulum. So what did you have, Bial?
19 total.
Okay. What did the Drake have? 23?
18 to 20, 24.
So the only person who was lower than 18 was Alvin, correct? So that is a point of exhaustion for Alvin.
I will remove it.
Greater restoration. Okay.
Thanks.
No problem.
You guys are going to go straight into number 3. Cool.
So 3 to go.
Yeah. 4 down, 3 to go. Royce, give me an acrobatics check on the fan. That's a nat 20 for 28 for Lucia.
24.
Cool. Keeps it going. Athletics check on the ore, Tomash. Let's see.
Got 28. Then we'll go ahead and use inspiration on that one, and 30.
Easy peasy. Throwing all that ore in all these different containers. Big hunks of it.
Damn, I'm at 20.
Sleight o' hand from the Drake, please. And then Alvin, you can pre-roll your... I assume you guys are giving guidance at the anvil again?
22 for the Drake.
Cool. Easy enough to do.
And mine were 23 and 36.
Okay.
But that second one was a nat 20 plus guidance.
Yeah, so that will count big because he only got an 18 on the first one and then got a nat 20 for a 32 on the second one. So I will override the failure on that check there with the 2 nat
If
20s.
anyone's struggling, I'll give them guidance.
Well, I already assumed you were giving it to me.
Yeah, we
but
assumed you guys were giving guidance on the anvil to the people at the anvil. And who is marking off the spell slots this time?
I'll do my last, what was it, 4th.
And I'll do my last 3rd.
Okay.
So I got 3 3rd, 2 2nd, and 4 1st.
All right. Con save, but a little bit harder now.
+4 for everyone.
Yep.
$26.
There's a 19 for Lucia.
19 for me.
21 for me.
Dendrock with a 21. Drillum with a 23.
I have a 21.
Cool. Did anyone have below
21 for the Drake.
Nobody had below 18. 18 or lower.
I had 32.
God damn.
God damn.
Another nat 20.
That dice is on fire. So no points of exhaustion this round.
All right, just 2 to go.
Hand out water. Who needs it? Whoever needs it.
I seem to have lost my writing pen. That's not good. Anywho. So it's 3 more made so far successfully. Okay.
Well, we need 2 more now, or 1 more.
2 more. So you guys are going again. Let's run it back one more time. Say 22 on the acrobatics check for Lucia. One athletics check this time, Tomash, please.
1.
Yeah, we'll lower it down. You want to make 2? You can
What?
make 2. Huh?
24. 24.
Then drop with a 20. Alrighty.
25 for me. That was a nat 20, thank God. But not good for the Drake. With a 4.
He has advantage.
Oh, that's right. Still not much better with a 12.
That's cocked. Dendrock will assist him getting it to the anvil with a 130 20. Who's marking off the spell slots this time? Are we just switching it up with Lucy's 4s and Bile's 3s?
That works.
Yeah.
Alright. Athletics checks on the anvil, please, and thank you.
$35. 23.
Sorry, say the first one again.
35.
Okay, and a 23.
Yep.
And with guidance, that is a 25 and a 23. That is Trammel number 4 down in one day. Holy hell.
All right, con saves again.
Yup.
+4. I'm gonna inspiration that.
I'm going to use my last point as well.
Yeah, this is gonna be the one that sucks.
28.
Dirty 20 for me.
I re-rolled into a natural 20, so I have a 29.
28.
28,
Then
29.
20 for me and 21 for the Drake.
20.
I've been rolling and just adding the +4 from Alvin, not using my con
So that
save
is
also.
that's a 21 for Lucia. That is a 25 for Dendrock. And a 20. No, plus 23 for Drewlim. So did anybody have a 20 or lower?
No, but everybody could put the Derp Cleric in the chat.
Yep.
I've been using just the +4, not my con save bonus.
Wait, did both you and the Drake get 21, right? Hang?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. You guys somehow have survived without another point of exhaustion so far.
All right, last one.
Yeah. There it is.
Can't give out
Let's
water.
go.
So,
28 on the acrobatics.
dirty 20 for Lucia, so that's fine. Athletics check for the ore. Tomash.
25.
21 from Drulum. Sleight of hand on the Drake.
$23.
Cool. And then last on the anvil,
35 and 34.
I have to do math real quick. 18 plus 9 is 27 plus 4. That is a 31.
Still got him.
And then a 16 plus 9 is a 25 plus 1 for a 26. And then who's marking off what spell slots?
Third level.
Third level.
Didn't you already use your action?
Oh, yeah, you did. But
Oh, yeah, I had to do the acrobatics check. That's right.
Fourth level.
cool. That's 7 Trammels done. One more con save.
+4.
30.
13 for me.
I have a blackjack.
26.
23 for the Drake.
Okay.
29. I used inspiration.
That is a 21 plus 4. 25 for Lucia. 26 for Drulum. And a 28 for... Or no, for Dendrock and a 28 for Drulum. So who had a 22 or lower? So it is Bael and Alvin. Or, sorry, Royce. Take a point of exhaustion.
How do I add that?
I will tell you how to do it in a second.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Came at a good time too at the last one.
So, Bael and Royce are exhausted.
Correct.
Yeah.
Uh, I will just pull Lucy and Tomash aside and say, "Hey, there's something else I want to talk about with Drulin, just master craftsman to master craftsman. Why don't you two take Bael and Royce and go get a good meal? I'll meet up with you in a little bit."
I'll walk over to Royce and remove his.
Are we sure we don't want to make a backup just in case?
I think that would be tough because it has to be blessed by a god, right? So how do we know which god to bless it
I meant in
with?
case, like, we break one of them or something. I don't know. I wasn't talking about for blessing.
Like,
I don't see these things breaking that easily. I don't know.
Then I suppose we'll go eat.
All right, I'll catch up with you in a little bit.
considering it has been 9 hours in an 140-degree easily room. You all are fairly hungry
Beat up.
and beat up.
Hungry.
You easily lost. It's like you lost like 8 pounds of water weight, like you did an extreme marathon kind of thing. Okay.
Well, if it was NASCAR, we lose up to 3 or 4 pounds.
Yeah. Actually, a NASCAR driver probably is actually the closest thing.
And I always wondered why Tony Stewart never lost all that weight.
It was
Did
all
he have like a
food when he
food
got out the
dispenser
car.
in the vehicle?
So you want to so you're gonna talk to Jerusalem about the thing we talked about.
Yes.
Okay.
And I will forge the item we talked about.
Easy. He's like, yeah, easy enough.
Okay.
Yes, of course.
That we're talking about, like, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, that's true. Lucy knows what it is. Or
Oh,
Megs
I-
knows what it is. Lucy
Meg
doesn't.
knows what it is.
Shh, no, you don't. It's a secret. Shh.
Silence!
I can't you.
But yeah, so since everybody, I've DM'd with the boys, so I think everybody knows what it is at this point.
Yeah, barely.
But
We'll keep it a secret.
so
It's a secret.
after working at the forge for a few minutes, Alvin makes a Titanite engagement ring. There's a place for a gemstone setting. He doesn't have the gemstone yet, and he'll figure out what's gonna go there later.
Is it
He's
possible to bless it?
who do you think's performing the ceremony when we get there, Bael?
I was gonna like give my blessing, on the ring, on all that too.
I mean, when we get to that point, I'm sure there'll be something. But that day is not today. I'm just gonna sit on this engagement ring for a good long while.
And act awkward and nervous the whole time.
The next 2 years.
That's just my base emotional state.
What link? Oh God, what did I send you today? What were we talking about?
My base
Rabbi?
emotional state is chatty Cathy.
Yeah, one of the replacements for Twitter is called Counter Social, and you were like, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that, yeah. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, counter social is sort of my entire personality in a nutshell.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
And then before I leave, I'll just ask Drewlim. So, what did you think? How'd we do?
Crafting something like that. Very well. It was interesting, to say the least.
Hopefully nobody needs to do it again for another few thousand years.
One can hope, but never assume, right?
And I just extend my hand for the very manly, like, forearm to forearm
Yeah.
handshake.
Yeah, he'll go for it. He'll go for it.
It's been a pleasure working with you.
Same.
And I'll pack up all the Titanite, and then I'll retrieve Moradin's favor, and I'll bow my head slightly and hand it to him. Say, this belongs with your people.
Thank you.
Use it well, and keep it safe until it's needed again.
We're going to lock it away very deep where that will happen. For sure.
Well, I think after such a hard day, we could use a little celebration. What do you say?
Not much one for that, but
Really? I've heard legends about the dwarves and beer and how you can drink anyone else under the table. I'd love to see if it's true.
Oh, we do, but that's just Tuesday for us.
Come have a Tuesday with us then.
All right, sounds like a plan.
Yeah, I'll look to Lucia and the other one whose name I never remember. And I'll say, everyone's invited, of course.
Seems like Dundrog and Lucy are like dragging their tools on the ground, exhausted behind you guys. And you're just walking like regular, like it hasn't really affected you two. Maybe another time.
I understand. Get some rest.
Yeah, thanks.
And then I'll with that, Drulum and I'll go up to meet the others.
Easy enough to do. I assume that means you're headed back to the house where they're putting you guys up.
I assume that's where everyone went.
Oh. Yeah.
But I don't know.
Drulum will say he'll be by shortly. We'll turn you guys over to another dwarf to be your keeper, your watcher on the way back. And you guys make the 30-minute trek back to the house after a busy day.
I'm
I
dragging.
totally thought I clicked
I'm the only
a
one.
long time ago. Right. About 20 minutes after you arrive, back at the house. Is there anything anybody wants to do first off? Back at the house when you guys first get back.
Baal is the only one who still has a point of exhaustion.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Which I'm gonna go take a nice bath and then relax.
And I want to play a drinking game with Royce and dwarves.
I want to play a drinking game
dwarves,
too.
And dwarves.
And also dwarves.
I don't want to play with the dwarves. They can drink me under the table,
About
so I'm not going to
20
do that.
That's why I want to play with the dwarves.
About 20 minutes later, Drulum knocks on the door and kind of opens it up before you can even respond and comes in. And with the normal dinner feast, there is a full-sized dwarven keg that barely fits through the door. And underneath his arm, he has a smaller keg with a smaller spout on it that he kind of has a stand for and puts on the table.
I thought you were going to say he brought like 12 other dwarves with him, like the Hobbit.
No. He's gonna rep by himself this evening.
All right.
So why don't we have dinner and then we'll play some games?
Sounds like a plan to me.
Excellent.
Royce, Tomash, Lucy, you in?
Lucy's upstairs having herself a nice bath. Her body.
Why not? Let's do it.
Tomash in.
You get my DM right?
No, I did not.
Oh, sure, why not?
Okay. Make a sleight of hand check for me.
Got it. $23.
Okay. Easy enough. Although, it won't much matter because are Constitution saving throws Constitution checks or no? They're not, are they?
For drinking
Saves
games,
are never.
yeah.
Saves are not
That's for sex.
checks.
Saves are not checks, so it won't matter. But you have that, Royce.
Thank you.
So after you guys eat dinner,
Did you just enhance ability him for our fucking drinking game?
yeah, but it's a Constitution save. It's not a Constitution check, so it won't matter.
I have plus
Help,
fucking
though.
1 to con though. That's my problem.
You could bless him. Bless would help with saves.
May
Would
I
that be
have
better?
both, please?
Well, each are a concentration.
And
Well,
bless is only a minute,
Megs!
so it would only last for one
I
round
yell
anyway.
up the stairs.
I
Megs!
can't bless.
Damn it. All right, we're good.
All right, so everybody who is playing, roll a d12 and add your con mod to that, please. No, yeah, your con mod, not your con save. Your con mod.
14.
13.
12.
Rolled a damn 12.
All right, hold on.
I'm not casting anything on myself because Alvin respects the rules of the game and will not cheat.
Alvin, Royce, Tomash. All right, Tomash, what did you have?
12.
12. Royce had a 14 or 13?
I had
I
a
rolled-
13, which is my max, because I rolled a 12.
I rolled
I had a
terrible.
You had a 14? Cool. And Drewlim had an 11 because he rolled an... No, wait, hold up. That's a 12, sorry. Okay. So Drewlim will start passing out drinks and mugs of beer to you all, and you'll just start downing them. For the first 10 or 12, everybody is fine. And so on drink 14, I need Tomash and Drewlim to make a Constitution saving throw.
22.
That is a 22 for him as well, which will save. So by the way, you have to exceed the number of drink with your con save. And every time you roll a save, you -2 from your next save. So that is for drink 13. On drink 14, I need Drewlim, Royce, and Tomash to make Constitution saving throws, please. Now it is your number -2. That is a 22 again for Drewlim.
Bro, I'm done. I'm done. Just go ahead and... I can't roll higher than that anyway.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 19, which ends up being an 18, but I couldn't have beat him anyway.
No, you don't have you don't have a -2 on your first one.
Oh, then I rolled an 18.
Yeah. No, 19.
I rolled
Yes,
a
19,
7.
sorry.
How would you like to pass out and/or throw up and eliminate yourself from the drinking game?
I'll just take my pants off and stagger away.
Yo, he wins. He wins. Someone give him inspiration or some shit.
Take a point. Jesus Christ. Okay. A drink.
It wasn't. I'll look over at Royce and drunkenly just say, like, I wasn't expecting that. He's a fucking oak tree.
I think you were just scared because you can't handle the truth.
Is just like,
He asked us if we wanted the truth before we got here, and clearly you can't handle the truth.
Did you order the code red?
Thank you. Thank you.
so on drink 15, Royce is rolling on his. I will look this up. Give me 1 second. I'm pulling up your sheet. Yeah, so you're rolling a con save with a -1, trying to beat a 15. Alvin, you're rolling a straight con save on 15. Rulam is rolling
Trying
at
to
minus
beat the
4.
15?
You are trying to beat a 15 as well.
Well, I only rolled a 13.
Plus?
No, I rolled a natural 4 plus 9 is a 13.
Okay.
So what's my modifier now?
Minus 1, and you have to beat a 15.
What were Reggie?
I tied a 15.
Beats it.
Holy shit.
Drulim epically failed, by the way, so he'll be... Have you seen Lord of the Rings, like, Return of the King?
Yeah.
What did I say? You can't hold your... Just
Like,
plants.
Julim and I just kind of pass out simultaneously, like mid-sentence while we're arguing about whatever. It's like we're going back and forth like about who's better, and then all of a sudden we both pass out instantly and our heads both hit the table at the same instant.
You can't do that, and the
And Royce is the fucking winner
with a +1 con.
with his +1 con.
Okay, just because I'm curious, what is Tobosh and Alvin? What is your plus to con saves?
Mine's
Hey,
8.
This
Plus
is a
9.
7.
I rolled like shit.
This is why dice are fun, man.
I rolled on my second save. I rolled a 9. Take 2 off that. I had a 7.
I love
Royce,
this
you
little
win.
die right here
Drink
that's
one
been my
more.
savior.
Drink one more, you're the winner.
I think I'm good, and then I'm gonna pass out too. I might have won, but I didn't really win.
I stopped his head from hitting forehead to table. It was hard.
Yeah.
So since they're passed out, I'm going to go to our handler here.
Who's also passed out.
Oh, I thought he was going to take a Sharpie and start drawing stuff on our faces.
No,
Me too.
I'm not
As
that.
soon as he said, now that they're passed out, I was like, oh god, what's going to happen?
I opened the door and asked if anybody else is around to help me with something.
There's a guard outside your door. Kind of look up.
Our escort is passed out. I'm going to need some really hot peppers. And if you have any, I doubt it, tomatoes.
Hot peppers.
Something hot, like a spice. Oh shit, that's from the other campaign. I was going to pull out the dragon pepper.
Yeah.
You got any
That was my first.
spicy sauces or anything? Anything spicy?
Not really.
That was my first on-stream D12 roll. I never even rolled one when we did Oops All Barbarians.
I did it. I made you do it. I win. Yeah,
I was going to make the hangover concoction.
Shakshuka?
Yeah, we need a hangover concoction.
I'm asking shakshuka.
Yeah.
We'll be by with breakfast. You don't have to worry about anything. Like normal.
Alrighty.
Okay.
And I'll place them respectively in their beds.
Okie dokie.
I'll see if Megs will help me carry them. Megs, can you help me carry these drunkards?
Lucy, but
Lucy.
Yeah, Lucy. Sorry.
She looks at all of them on the table. Oh, good lord. I mean, I can try. I'm not very strong.
I'll get the heavy end. You get the light end. So I'll
As
pick
long as the
Alvin
feather
up.
step is aboard, let's go.
I'll pick Alvin up by his arms underneath, and just carry them all to their beds.
Heck yeah. Yeah, between the two of you, it's not super hard to. Like, you may not be the strongest, but you do have height and leverage to carry these people to their beds.
I mean, I have a 17 strength, but
Yeah. Alvin, what's yours? 29?
It's 29.
it's 9,000.
But that doesn't. I'm not. That doesn't make me heavier.
No,
That
I know. But
makes
I'm
me
saying he
strong.
said he had high strength, and that was the joke. Sorry. Anywho.
And then after I place them all in their beds, I'll stick their thumbs in their mouth. Just for a little joke.
There it is. All right.
It's like he's a chaotic character. There has to be something coming.
That's true.
I mean, Lucy, if you agree with this, just for a little gag,
They look cute that way.
should
As
I
long
curl
as
them up in a ball too?
No, I think this is fine.
All right.
as
Then
long
cover
as we're as long as we're only sucking the tip of our thumbs.
I knew it was coming. God damn it. God damn it.
You're welcome.
that joyous smirk on Kaz's face is just enough. And then I'll go to sleep in my bed, get rid of this
He knows what he was
exhaustion.
doing when he started this. Nah, it's the whole damn thing. Anyway, you all get a restful night's sleep.
Hit long rest.
Give me a second. Yes, you all can hit the long rest buttons. And four of you that participated in the drinking game wake up with a ear-splitting hangover the next day.
Downstairs getting the breakfast ready, make sure our glass pans around. Clank, clank, clank. Move it, clank, clank.
Making as much noise as possible.
I'm gonna go downstairs and yell at him. Stop the banging!
Oh, here's a drink for you drunkards.
I need a beer, is what I need.
I'm guessing that's what that is. It's alcohol.
I'm gonna take it and down it if it's alcohol.
Well,
Yeah.
please speak very softly.
Okay, as I slam the pan down.
Oh, all right. What's this drink?
A dwarven hangover cure.
All right. I will just take a glass of it and sniff it a little bit.
I don't know what's in it. He made it.
All right.
Oh.
I'll just drink it down.
I don't know what you put in it.
Whatever I can find that can
Oh.
help. Raw eggs.
It's a prairie oyster,
Essentially.
essentially.
Yeah.
Sure.
Rocky Mountain oyster juice. I don't know.
That's not what a prairie oyster is.
I know.
Anyways.
Just something subtle with raw eggs and bananas.
Yeah.
I'll try to eat some breakfast and then I'm just gonna go up and take a bath and just dunk my head in the water until my headache goes away.
I'm gonna go do something similar, except I'm gonna go put my head down and put a pillow over my ears so I can't hear Bael being a loud ass in the rest of the area.
And get more sleep.
Correct.
Is Drulem awake yet?
Yeah, he's kind of stirring on the sofa downstairs.
I'll walk over with one of my concoctions for him.
No. Uh-uh.
Here, it'll help.
No.
I think he's fine, Bael.
He's
Well,
not.
let's
He's
try.
not as does not look as hungover as you two. And he'll walk
I'll
over
drop-
to the smaller keg he brought and pour himself a glass from that and just shoot it.
What's in the smaller keg? Nice.
Does it taste like cinnamon, like Fireball?
Above game, it's basically a mix of ale, vodka, and like some type of plant that has caffeine in it that they steep in it.
So it's Four Loco.
Pretty much.
And Alvin famously doesn't drink before noon, so I'm just having breakfast and watching this
He'll
happen.
point to the it'll help.
I think I should be all right. I feel the headache starting to fade. I'm no dwarf, but I do have a pretty strong constitution.
Well, what's the plan?
Well, I think we should go talk to the king before we leave and just thank him again for the hospitality. And after that, I don't know. I think going and talking to Sawyer would be a good idea. He might have some ideas of where to go next.
Yeah.
Or we could always go to Al Ghul and kill Royce's dad. We do seem to do a lot of that.
We're going to be called the DHs of D&D. Daddy Hunters.
I think that refers to something else.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
That's just the tip of it.
On that bombshell, why don't we take our break there?
It's gonna take me 9 episodes to finish my Dragon Ball Power here.
Anyway, see. We'll be back in a couple minutes, guys.
You were followed. I followed them.
Alrighty. How's everybody doing? And we're back. Um. Above game point of order. You do not know where Royce's stat is. You said Alcool.
I'm sorry. I thought that's where he was because that's where Eon is.
Oh, I went there to get away
But
from.
gotcha.
I was downstairs getting water, and that popped in my head.
That's a good note. Thank you.
With that, as you guys wrap up breakfast, what would you like to do?
See if I can get that tour from the king and get like a journal going of what we experienced.
Okay.
I think we have to wait until we're actually in front of the king.
Yep. I didn't know if anybody wanted to do anything before you all went and did that.
Sorry, another point of order. How much Titanite did that take up, making the 7 trammels?
21
If we,
chunks.
sorry,
21.
20. So we started with 33.
Yes.
So it's 21 total, or just 21 for the last 5?
21 total. 3 per.
Okay. So we have like 12 left.
And how much was it for the ring?
Oh, just like a splinter off of one.
So we still have about 12.
Yes. So. Are you guys going to see the king? Is that the number one priority thing?
Well, I think if Fael can get his tour.
And plus, we have to thank him personally for letting us, let Elvin go through the trial and letting us use Heartforge.
Yeah. But we can, like, I sort of thought we could go thank him, like, as we're leaving. So, like, I think if you still want to do a tour, let's try to make that happen now.
Okay. What exactly did you want a tour of? Was it the entire place?
Yeah.
Okay.
And maybe a couple areas that aren't vital but kind of are. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because again, you could ask slightly above game, but you could ask Drewlim to try and get the request approved.
All right, I'll call him over.
Kind of sipping on a second glass of the firewater stuff. Yes, how can I help you?
Would it be possible for you to request for us to get a tour so I could write it in a journal to experience what we've seen here.
In my personal experience, um, the king really does not want anything about the city, to be dictated out to the world and getting more visitors, potentially, or attempting visitors. But given what you have returned, I will ask about your request.
I can make it as if it's a fictional book I'm writing,
If you want to write
or nonfiction. I mean,
I will say this. Instead, write the account of everything that has happened thus far down.
so the trials.
Yes, and relay that for sure. The rest of the city might still be out of reach for you, but I will ask.
All right. Do you guys have any extra books here that I could write in, or maybe acquire somehow?
Um, we're not big readers. We write in stone and on small scrolls.
Alvin will just pipe up. If only you had a book that had all blank pages.
Look, it's a good joke.
I want to make sure I wasn't the only one that got that.
I just do this at the table like. At least we got that pretty decent drawing of the statue.
I think it's best to keep these people's desire for secrecy, and I think it's best to honor their desire for secrecy. They have good reasons for not wanting the outside world to get in, and considering that we know what's in the outside world, I would say they made a pretty good decision.
Yeah, I agree. I'll just write down what we've encountered and went through.
I have no problem taking the request to the king, but I just don't want you to be disappointed when the answer is the same as when you arrived.
That's fine. But I would like a souvenir if it's possible.
I will try and arrange it. What do you require?
Mm, maybe a necklace or something, or bracelet.
Maybe one of those rune coins.
Yeah, maybe one of them. Or one of each if you had multiple.
We'll see what I can do. For sure.
As he does that, I'm gonna go into my room, make sure it's all tidied up, and then I'll pull out a different flower for each of the people that helped us with the Trammels. Say a prayer into it, and then when he comes back, give it give him the flowers to each, to give to each one.
Did I say that again?
All right, the flowers that I got from the Feywild and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to pull a different one out for each person. Say a prayer into them,
Okay.
and then give them to him to hand out to the people who helped.
Oh, okay. Right.
Since I did pick multiples of each.
Yes. You were very clear about that. Okay.
And then while he takes his time doing all that, I ask Alvin or Lucy or Royce or Tomas if they know how to make any type of like thing so I could stick them in.
Take the
So,
flower.
yeah, like a enclosed case thing.
I do not know how to make anything like that.
I've usually just heard about people pressing them in books.
I've got no clue. I've got no reason to have flowers.
Or putting them in vases.
Never have.
It's like a snow globe, but the flowers inside or the glass is over top of the flower, so they won't wither right away. You're good with wood, aren't you? Metal,
Giggity.
Who are you talking to right now?
Alvin,
And you're asking if Alvin's good with wood?
and metal.
I mean, metal, sure. I'm no glass blower. Woodworker.
There's no master craftsman from Uthadern.
He'll become an MC soon. But if not, I'll just hand them to him as is.
Okay. Easy enough to hand them out and have him pass them along.
I thank him.
Okay. I will take my leave of you here, and I'm going to leave the firewater for your amusement. Have a good rest of your day. Kind of like kind of walking out, holding his head like this.
After he says he leaves the fire water, I point to it and then I'm like, that's all you guys.
Oh, no, I'm good.
Lucy will go and pour a cup.
It is strong. Oh, actually, no, if that came through my mic, it might have cut off. That is strong.
All right, as my grandfather used to say, that'll put some hair on your chest.
It has like this ale undertaste, and then like this really, really like strong alcohol flavor, and then kind of like this like medicinal like herb flavor on the back.
What time is it right now?
It is before noon.
Long before noon.
Gee, if only had somebody in the party that knew.
Hey, Rai, how close to noon is it?
It's about 10:45, 11 o'clock in the morning.
It's pretty close to noon, like an hour away.
In an hour, I'll
It's almost
try.
lunch.
Exactly at noon.
As the clock strikes 12, I'll try a little bit.
Okay.
Look, look. All right,
It's a
a
good
man
bit.
must have a code.
It's a good bit.
A man must have a code.
Oh, man.
And a lady must have a drink as she pours another.
How is it?
It's good. Very potent.
Well, at least a couple of us slept well.
That sounds like a you problem.
I tossed and turned a little bit, but eventually I got sleep.
Uh, I'm paying for it now, but I don't regret last night. That was the most fun I've had in a long time.
What are you all doing?
Are we just waiting for Drulin to get back?
Or basically, he said his farewells.
Yeah, I thought before the break conversation, I thought you guys were gonna send a message to Willem Sawyer to talk to him too. So that's why I was wondering what was up.
Well, yeah, that would probably be a good idea.
Should we thank the king before we leave then? For his hospitality?
Well, he might
or
not
just
leave. He might not take you guys.
Yeah. Let's just at least send him a message to let us know what's up. Or to let him know what's up, and we can figure out, like, logistics for when we want to be picked up later.
Well, when do we want to be picked up? After what?
Depends on what Drulin says if you're going to get your tour or not.
Alright, I'll send a message to Willem stating we have all 7 Trammels made. As, hold on. Royce read the book. I forget the name of it. I'll tell him the name.
On There's Dune.
And later we'll need a pickup, please.
4 words left.
Are you pooping?
Cool.
Sir,
Thank you. I was hoping you were doing that.
are you pooping, sir?
Are you pooping gone?
Gone in 60 seconds?
Take a point. He'll whisper back in the back of your head. Oh, you've gotten the Trammels crafted then. Anytime you're ready for a pickup, just let me know and we can have a conversation. How about that? And no, are you?
He said,
Knowing
whatever
full
we're-
well you can't reply to his reply
I
to
know.
goad you.
that I'm telling the rest of the crew, and I'm going like this. He said, whenever we're ready, he'll pick us up. And he asked if I was pooping too.
Well, if you want to use another spell slot, you could let him know.
Sorry, I was replying to my daughter.
All good. Um, all good.
So whenever you're ready to leave, just let me know. I'll send them a message.
I guess we just wait for Drulum to come back then. See if we're gonna get a tour.
Hey, while we're waiting, Royce, maybe you could read some more of that book.
Spaced out. Long day. Long night. Long night drinking.
Yeah, long night drinking.
Yeah.
Is it noon yet?
It's noon now, I'm going to tell him. Even if it's not noon, I'm going to tell him it's noon.
Insight check.
I don't know the time. Right. What's the time? Is it noon?
It is not noon yet.
30-20 insight.
He's been sitting around for about 30 minutes now, so it's not noon yet.
So I'm making deception against his insight?
Correct.
Guidance on Royce.
Oh, you're fucked because I rolled a 19. Let's do this. So that makes a dirty 20. Let's go ahead and roll this 4. Oh, that's a 22.
I squint my eyes at Royce a
You
little
are
bit.
pretty sure it's
and then-
not noon, but he's the only one that can tell what exact time it is.
Close enough, I suppose. And I just
Look, it's not noon. Stop. I'm just messing with you.
you're a
Ah.
fucking asshole, is what you are.
That's for all the slaps, my friend.
That's fair.
I figure it was the only way to not cause problems. I thought it would be funny.
It was pretty funny.
At least it wasn't like me and Bael stealing Jaws.
Yeah, I still haven't figured out why you did that.
I wanted a jar of dirt.
Right, but like, you realize that you're one of the richest people in the world, right?
Not. I didn't know I was that rich. I've never really had money till now, actually. I've kind of been a vagabond selling things.
That's
It's a
the
lot of
point.
money, but I didn't know how much it was.
That's the point. Most people in this world don't have that much money. Most people in the world will never see anywhere close to that much money.
Can I buy the world then?
Okay, Elon,
That's
calm
not,
down.
That's not how that works.
I think we might
How
need
about
a couple
Twitter?
more zeros.
Take a point.
Can I
take a
buy
point.
Twitter? Can I buy fantasy Twitter?
Take a point. Take a point. Is that like fantasy Costco?
Wait, where is our friend Willem? We need to go to Fantasy Costco.
Garfield the Deals Warlock.
No, Costco's too. Go to Fantasy Barnes and Nobles.
Okay.
Why not?
Okay.
Everybody dresses up in gowns. Go there.
Reeling it back in a second.
Off the rails.
Oh, it's fun now. It's the best part of this. I think Megs was muted.
No, I died on the trash in
Ow.
front of like two of them. Got
Oh.
yeeted.
Yeet.
Drulum will come back after about an hour and a half.
So it's noon now.
It is afternoon, yes.
So I'm now sipping on a glass of the firewater.
So, to refine the description a little bit more, it is very clearly like 98% or 99% alcohol that they cut with beer and then steeped these caffeine herbs in it.
Okay.
Yeah, like instead of cutting it
I
with water, they cut it with ale.
I will not require a large glass then.
No.
I'm gonna take a shot of the fire water as well.
That's good. It does its job.
Mm,
It's like if you guys had any bit of your hangover left, it's gone.
heavenly.
And knocks on the door and kind of enters into this your first floor abode place. Yes, hello. Good to see you all still here.
Yeah, welcome back. Welcome
Yes.
back.
I was not able to get an audience with the king directly on short notice.
Oh, that's all right.
I did talk to the chief historian as well. And he'll kind of walk back outside the door and kind of bring this crate in and put it down. These are some stone drawings of several buildings and the throne room from the town for you to take with you if you would like them.
I walk over and start looking at them like a kid in a candy store.
Yeah. So they're like this big, carved into stone, intricately detailed in paint. Certain colored details are painted in on them. So there's like one of the throne room and one of like the carved wall where the chapel entrance is. One of like the huge double doors. One of like a market scene.
It's beautiful. But yeah, well, you'll have to hang these up in our keep.
That's the plan. Pardon me. Do you have any cloth that I can wrap them up in?
If you notice where you pulled them up from, there is like it's a box, like it's a wooden crate that they kind of perfectly fit in with kind of like wooden spacers between them. So they're all together. They're stacked up about this tall. They can fit in your bag.
All right. I'll put that in my bag after everybody looks at them. I hope you and everyone who helped us with the Trammels appreciated and liked those flowers.
Yes, they did. Thank you.
Well, I think we would like to try to get an audience with the king, if possible, just to say thank you before we take our leave.
You're more than welcome to go and try and get an audience yourself. I can lead you to it.
Yeah, we'd appreciate that.
All
Thank you.
right.
As he's leaving us, I'll say to him,
Oh, he's waiting for you guys to pack up if you guys are gonna head out and talk to the king.
yeah. All right. Yeah. As he's standing there, after we take care of this big bad business, if you guys ever need assistance, you can call on me.
All right.
And I'm sure my friends here would help also.
All right. What'll do? As soon as you're all ready to go, we will we'll make our way there, and we can try and get you an audience. So as soon as you guys are done packing, he'll lead you back through the town to the throne room if nobody has anything else they want to do.
Can't really go anywhere without a guide, so
Yes. When you guys get there, there's a couple groups waiting outside the huge double doors to the throne room that you guys have walked through before. He'll walk up to one of the attendants at the door, have a conversation, kind of covering his hand over his mouth, kind of talking to him. You can make out words. You can make out like a few words here and there in Dwarvish, Elven. Cacked it. And he'll come back over to your group and he goes, he is dealing with other issues and not seeing people today. But he is going to make an exception for you all to just come in and briefly say goodbye.
Thank you. We won't take up too much of his time, I promise.
And the attendant kind of waves you over to the door. And we'll open up one side of it, not both sides. This time and kind of quietly let you all into the room, which is kind of changed setup. Last time you saw him, he was up on that very tall throne. This time there's kind of like a table in it, in the center of it, that's kind of long, and there's about 6 or 7 other dwarves all sitting at this table, different stages. Probably some look your guys' age to dwarves his age sitting at the table. And he'll kind of look up from what they're discussing. So you all are leaving, if I haven't understood correctly.
Yes, Great King under the mountain. We were
Yeah.
successful in our mission, and the time has come for us to take our leave.
Excellent. Thank you for returning the artifacts of our people. It's much appreciated. They'll be restored.
Pleasure. And it's my understanding that the other artifact we showed you is in good hands and will stay in this city for the use of generations yet to come.
Yes, the craftsmen have locked it inside their vaults for emergency use only.
As it should be. If there's anything we can ever do to return the favor, please don't hesitate to be in contact with us.
But we already returned the favor. But
Much.
Look, it's a good joke.
It's a great joke, even.
But
That's
I'm gonna
a
need you to
fantastic
stop.
joke. It took me a second.
Oh, I got it immediately.
Oh, I could smell what was cooking.
Certainly, we do have sages that can get in contact with you all on quest.
Well, I hope the situation on the surface won't come to war. But if it does, I do hope you'll consider joining in on the side of the living. I fear that we may get to the point where no one can afford to stand on the sidelines anymore.
We've fought in wars before for other people's territory. Didn't really solve anything. But what you say is true. It does sound different. We would obviously need to consider all of our options, but
Just remember, if the Whispered One takes over up there, it's only a matter of time before he makes his way down here. And by that point, it'll be too late.
He is a really powerful foe.
but not a god, right?
Never a god. And I'll continue saying so until my last breath. And then I'll continue saying it in the afterlife.
I mean, technically, you've already had your last breath once.
Twice. But yeah, King of the Mountain, we appreciate your hospitality. May you rule for a longer time. And I'll pull out one of the flowers from the Feywild, cusp it, bless, give a blessing, and hand it to him. One of the rarer ones. And this King of the Mountain, under the mountain, this is for you. It's a flower from the Feywild. I bow. As I back away.
We have much to discuss here. Please, safe travels.
Thank you again for your hospitality. And thank you also uh for giving us Drulim's assistance. He was invaluable, and we couldn't have done it without him.
After I told him what you had, he volunteered for that himself. So it was. I'm glad to hear he was most helpful. Thank you all.
Thank you.
I bow as I back away. as we're leaving, I say to the group, "Man, I want to come back and see that IO temple once again." Or was that IO or is it
Bahamut,
Yeah.
right?
Bahamut? Yeah,
Well, should we give our friend a call?
yeah. Should we do it inside the cavern or outside, up on the surface?
I don't know. I think if there's anybody who can get in here, it's him. Might as
All
well
right.
ask.
I'll ask Jerome, is it okay if we get teleported out of here from a friend?
Teleporting in is the problem, not getting out.
Our friend is a really powerful wizard.
It possibly could get around the defenses then.
Alright. I'll
Do you
tempt
need
it
a
inside.
Do you need a
It,
room for this?
it's just a wall.
Okay. Just follow me for. They really a little testy about some magics like that, and I'll kind of lead you down the hall into like a waiting room kind of thing, and that's empty, and opens it up and lets you guys inside. This is where I take my leave of you. Good luck with all your future endeavors.
You too.
I'll shake his hand again.
Yes.
Yeah, I shake his hand.
You need help? I assume you have some way to reach me.
I can always send you a message.
Excellent.
Alright. Hello? Are you pooping? We are ready. Give them the exact whereabouts where we are.
Still have 6 words left.
And no, I was not pooping earlier.
Cool. All right, if you say
He's
you're
gonna come
ready.
back and ask, "Are you pooping now?"
Please tell him you didn't tell me to open my door and come and get you right when you were pooping somewhere. But anyways, hope you all are ready. And in one of the walls, the obvious golden door, Sawyer and Willem is known for, will open up in the wall and kind of open up. You see the light of the shop inside.
I'll be the last one through.
Okay.
And as before I walk through, I like look back, see if he's peeking through a door or something.
He's not.
I'll walk out like this as I'm walking through the door just in case.
Okay.
And I close it or he closes it. I don't know.
It closes behind you. You don't know who does it, but as soon as you're through, kind of like in back closes. So did you have fun hanging out with the dwarves? Delightful, aren't they?
Yeah, we did.
Yes. They're quite fun.
Yeah, they
A
built.
little obsessive though.
Yeah, they built a whole statue of, well, you.
You.
Hmm.
And I pull out the drawing.
Can I
If the
ask,
statue looks like that, I don't think I want to go see it.
Sawyer, can I ask honestly,
Yes.
do you avoid places like that and questions like this just because you don't want people to know? Or is it not you?
Roll a
I
persuasion
will
check.
I will roll an insight check
And
in a heartbeat.
and the only reason I ask, and I'll add this in before I roll, the only reason I ask is we need a god to bless each of these Trammels.
And
Oh,
And it
I'll,
could
I'll
be
just
useful to us as one of our friends to help us.
yeah.
and I'll just chime in and say, if you're worried about your secret getting out, I assure you it's safe with us.
What was I rolling?
Persuasion.
Can I give him advantage?
Dirty.
Do you have perception or you have
It was a
I
nat
have
20 for a.
persuasion.
yeah,
Mine was
nat 20 doesn't really matter.
a nat 20 for a 21.
Okay. A little bit of both, really. It's kind of hard to explain. Are we ready to have this conversation?
I will tell you, are you ready to have the conversation? I ask because we need a god to bless the Tremmel. If you're ready, then I believe we are, but I don't want you to tell us something you're not ready to.
So he'll snap his fingers, and the store goes like whooshing by you guys. Like the scenery change in like the Matrix when they first go into like the White Room.
With
and, like,
all the weapon racks.
Yeah. And you guys are pulled into this other room. And it's kind of like a living room, like a sitting area, like really comfy chairs and stuff. And another Willem will come in and set down a tea, like ready-made tea on the table. Nice and hot. Have a seat.
It's amazing. I'm wearing sunglasses and a trench coat all of a sudden. I don't know how this happened.
Right?
I wear sunglasses at night.
Point.
I think I know kung fu.
I know kung fu.
Whoa.
Sorry, you just got me mad again that they didn't have Owen Wilson say wow and fucking Loki because you said that. But please have a seat.
I'm gonna grab a chair and sit down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a seat.
Same.
Have some tea.
So, you all have acquired some interesting knowledge in your journeys about different gods and their activities during the previous Age of Heroes. And everything. If I'm not mistaken, if you've been to the temple in the north, you've also come across probably a little bit of knowledge of Tharizdun. The Oblivion.
A little bit.
He was a devourer. All he wanted was to consume souls, gods, power is what he wanted. And he had to be stopped. And so, much like ascending to godhood, you can banish someone from godhood and lock them behind the gate forever. However, there's a cost. That no one was really willing to pay.
Was it their soul?
No. Godhood is an interesting thing. Sometimes it's thrusted upon people incidentally.
With or without them knowing?
Both, believe it or not. I don't believe Kellamvor ever intended to become a god. Much less willingly. If you lock a god behind the gate forever, you lock one on this side forever too.
Wait, so it's a switcheroo.
Correct.
And it's random?
No.
Someone has to volunteer.
Right.
As tribute.
Yes.
And
exactly.
when Tharizdun was banished, you were the one who volunteered.
Because no one else would step up to the fucking plate.
Cowards.
3,800 years.
So
It's a
your
hell
real
of a
name.
sacrifice to make.
So your real name is
I've
not
Thank
made
you.
I've made do.
Your real name isn't Sawyer or Willem.
I've gone by many names in many years.
Has anyone else ever connected the dots like we have?
You've gotten close, never proven it. The Mage Emperor
You're J.P.
thinks
Pruitt, the world's
thinks
greatest hand model.
thinks he knows, but he doesn't know for certain. I'm pretty sure it's why he has such interest in the temples in the north, trying to put two and two together.
I guess the Mage Emperor hasn't found the information that we have.
I think it still eludes him a little bit. Almost intentionally.
I'm glad we got him to stop reading our minds then.
Is there a way to prevent that? Is there like a magic ring or something to prevent that?
Yes and no. But that ultimately is what would need to happen. Now, if you were to interrupt the ritual, stop him from ascending to godhood, you could banish him beyond the gate without the need for that.
So there is a catch.
Correct.
Stop someone from ascending and you'll have to step up to the plate.
Yes.
If he does ascend, which god will volunteer?
Or mortal.
He has a point.
So someone has to sacrifice themselves for us to win.
Theoretically, someone who is worshipped or talked about by enough people on the level of a god could theoretically lock themselves on the side of the gate forever instead of a god.
Which is none of us.
Perhaps the Mage Emperor.
He's never been one for the sacrifice play.
Oh, I wasn't aware that it had to be willing.
I mean, we could make him think it's his idea.
But then that could go
He
awry.
won't do it.
But yeah, we had the 7 Trammels made. I also
Good.
found some information about my kind and other stuff to go with it. I'll give him a
Interesting.
copy of what I written down.
I'll look at it. Oh, thank you.
So, about these 7 trammels for 7 gods,
Yes.
how do we get the, like, what do we need to do with these trammels to get them imbued with the power of those gods? Is it enough to
You
go to a temple on this plane, or do we need to seek out the gods on their own planes? Or
again, yes and no. It's going to depend on the god. You know, in the Age of Heroes, when we did this Thursday, it was so easy because the gods were just here, but the strong ones, the ones that are strong enough, can just reach through and touch the object. The other weaker ones that aren't worshipped as much you might have to go to them. It depends on who you're going to ask. In all seriousness.
We have 7 names, right?
Mythos, Avandra, Io, Ioun,
Cord.
Ford, Moradin, and yourself.
Above games, Talos, not Cord.
Talos, I'm sorry. I always just think Cord, the Storm Lord.
Yeah, that's
Talos.
God of strength. Talos is God of storms.
And something tells me Talos isn't worshipped that much. That's above game, by the way.
I like your theory. It's a good list. It's a great list, even. And I have the immortality of God and the powers of the god. But I can't God touch an artifact anymore.
So we'd need a 7th.
You would.
There is one that was in those caves up north.
And there's someone who fucking despises him. Although it
Who
would
is
not
it?
be easy.
Raven Queen?
Exactly. If
We
you're
would-
taking my advice on the situation.
Do we still have her bag? Because there may be some things that the Raven Queen wants out of it.
We still have most of her possessions. Why? Do you want some tea?
No, I was thinking a bartering chip.
Well,
I don't know how well that would work considering she wasn't her original patron.
I think if she really is dead, then perhaps if we find the Raven Queen, we'll see her too, or at least what's left of her, or her soul, or something.
So, well,
Yes.
our arch enemy is a lich, correct?
Correct.
And liches always have a phylactery.
Yes.
Do you have any idea where that might be?
If I did, he wouldn't be coming back again, would he? I've had 3,800 years to get ready for this bitch a second time. Why do you think I've collected all of the pieces of equipment for heroes that I've collected? Why do you think I do what I do?
And if I'm correct, if you destroy it, it takes a long time for him to make another one.
Well, if it's destroyed and then he's killed, poof. But
No more problems.
no one knows where he's kept it hidden.
Didn't the Mage Emperor have something for a while?
Something of what?
Yeah, he mentioned something he had in his vaults.
I think he mentioned that he had the phylactery there.
Oh, he has a phylactery. It's not the phylactery.
I think that
Yes, there's more than one. Isn't it just
he had
great?
I'm not sure he had the phylactery. He had the hand, which was stolen.
Yes, it was the hand that was stolen from him that he had.
Well, he said that vault is one of the most secure vaults on this, you know, planet, and yet how to get stolen.
Yes. He's gonna make a history check real quick. If I'm not mistaken, he has Loch Ithian's phylactery inside his vault as well.
Who's that?
Above game, it's the lich you guys killed on Friday. It's Piran's mom's phylactery.
So with that still being there, she could come back.
The Mage Emperor did tell us someone's been trying to break into his vault. They've been unsuccessful so far. Do you think this phylactery of another lich is the thing they're after? Is the Whispered One seeking allies, perhaps?
He has enough. The 10 are running rampant right now.
Well, they shouldn't be 10 anymore, right? We killed one, didn't we?
Oh, that's what I was researching for you all, and he'll kind of magically appear a book out of his hands. Did you, when you killed them, remove their head from their body?
I feel like we did with the second one.
Yeah. I feel like
You only killed one and fought two.
Yeah, we fought two. We killed one of them. I just don't remember.
wait, wasn't the one we killed the big bull dude?
No,
No.
you avoided combat with him.
No, we
In
fought
the
the like teleporting dude.
Yeah, we did. We
There
did
was
do
also
that.
the invisible dude on the ship, but he got away.
Yeah, but the teleporting. I don't remember their name because I'm bad at this, but I feel like the teleporting one we killed and we separated their head.
The Faceless is who you fought. Also above game, no D4 put his axe into the dude's chest. And then that whole thing happened and he left the body.
Whoopsie.
So
Because according to what little information I get, there's 10 of them again.
But didn't we
and
keep the
so
axe?
we need to separate heads from bodies. Got it.
Yes. Just for 3 days and then they go poof. Magic holding their bodies stops working. They age rapidly since they're, thousands of years old in suspended animation.
All right, so separate heads. Gotcha.
Yes.
What about the blank book I gave you?
Oh, the one with the seal of Vecna on it. It seems to be enchanted with some type of lock on it that stops anybody from reading it, that he doesn't want to read it. Whoever had that book must have been close, because you wouldn't give something like that to anybody.
I might as well come out with it. I found it in the Queen's Library.
I thought it was Nathir.
Who's Nathir's?
The Sears? No, I found it in the
You
library.
showed it to the Queen.
No, I didn't
Oh.
show it to anyone.
Wow. I have where you guys got every single book in my book. Give me 1 second. Yeah, it was Nathir's.
Nathir's.
It was Nathir's library.
Was it?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, I attempted to read it in the Queen's Library.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So I there. Okay.
Hiding it in the Feywild. Not a surprising tactic. Not an unsurprising tactic. Time's a weird soup there, right?
Very.
Thick.
I was also queen for a few days. Blah.
You know, the dwarves tried to make me their king once. That was fun.
They still worship you.
Oh, I'm well aware.
I mean, I wouldn't mind helping out those dwarves to get rid of those orcs.
I think it's time we killed my father. If only we knew where he was.
Should we go find your brother? See if he has any leads?
What, Elthandrel, your father?
Someone knows a lot. Yes.
Oh, I can tell you exactly where he is.
Someone about to save us a lot of time and spells.
Well, didn't save my time and spells. Your brother, half-brother, asked forced me to track him down and figure out if I could zero in where he was. Took me a little bit, but... If you're willing to go after him, I can contact Aeon and you can get started on this little tiny party.
I'll leave it to the rest of you.
Where do we need to go to have all these Trammels touched by gods? Like, are there specific places, specific planes?
outdoor sacrificial areas or temples.
Well, let's see. Who are you trying to contact? And he'll kind of pull his hands and, like, the map will appear in front of him.
So it would be Erithus, Ovandra, Io, Ioun, Talos, Moradin, and the Raven Queen.
Give me 1 second. Pulling out a big note card for that. Go through that list one more time, please.
Erithus,
Yep.
Ovandra,
Yep.
Io,
Mm-hmm.
Ioun,
Yep.
Talos,
Yep.
Moradin,
Yep.
and the Raven Queen.
All right. I'm kind of poring over the map. All right. Well, the Raven's Queen's own god-touched Shadok High, I believe you've already made contact with in Aston. So, the temple there. maybe take some hallucinogenics and go on a spirit walk with her. That sounds fun, doesn't it?
It would be nice to see the Shadar-kai again.
Yes. Miles, I believe you probably have unfinished business there, if I'm not mistaken.
We do. We're supposed to kill the Algulian Emperor,
Yes.
but I'm not sure how that will upset the political situation we find ourselves in with the Mage Emperor. I'm not sure if now's the right time.
Yes, upsetting the political balance might not be the best idea when you're, dealing with apocalyptic events.
Well, on the other hand, the Lachlan Blackthorn is an ally of the Whispered One. He seems like somebody we ought to kill sooner rather than later anyway.
Yeah. Don't need bloodsuckers around.
What about the other gods?
Give me a second to think about it. Where would their pull be the strongest between them, right? Or would it be the weakest between the gate and here? Or, well, their realm in here. Although defunct, the temple to Erithis and Valerian is probably the best bet. For Moradin, you're probably looking at the capital of all of dwarfkind on this planet, which is the city under the volcano on the other side of the Ilgos Desert.
Uh, the what desert above town?
Ilgos Desert,
Ilgos.
south east of Aston. Talos is going to be an interesting one because as a lesser god, his pull is less. You're going to have to figure out a way to possibly get into the Storm Realm.
That's your area there, isn't it, Tomash?
Somewhat. I mean, it's the deity that I worship, but I don't know much about the actual storm realm.
Is there a way to shift planes or some kind of spell?
Yes, but one would have had to been there first in order to go back.
Hmm. Yeah, that's a mystery we'll have to solve.
Um, So Raven Queen and Aston, Moradin would be the Elgos Desert, the capital of the dwarves. The big, big one. Talos and Storm Realm. Ioun would be interesting. Perhaps her temple or slash library that's still standing in Lyra, in the south of Valerian.
It's Lyra?
Lyra. Yes.
Lira.
L-L-E-I-R-A. Lyra.
Sorry, I don't have the map in front of me at the
Yeah,
minute.
it's fine. Of course, the biggest temple to Avandra is in one of my favorite places to go get lunch in Ison, where all the pirates hang out.
Sorry, can you spell that again?
Ison.
That leaves IO.
Well, To be specific, there's only one group that worships Io. Isn't that right?
I know where they're at, right?
You do.
I do. We could always go to them.
Yeah, sounds like we have to.
No, above game, the people in my order, they all worship different deities and gods and stuff, right?
Correct.
All right.
But the center of worship is Io, that there is a person above all balancing things. So, like, they may worship, like, Erithus, or they may worship Ioun, but they also, in some regards, worship Io because Io kind of balances everything.
If I'm not mistaken, above game, that's a trek itself.
Where is this order located?
I don't think I ever got that from you. All I know is I was put on a boat.
Correct.
Yeah.
Their location, because of the persecution of Dragonborn after the War of the Ancient One, is a secret only known by other Dragonborn that have been there. It is hidden, very well hidden, in the forests north of Dissone. So Dissone.
That's somehow not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Only one may require going to another plane.
That's assuming they don't ask for anything from you in return.
So hypothetically,
Yes.
each of these gods that we have to get the blessing from, what do they like as for offerings?
Well, the only ones I've ever really dealt with. Like, 3,800 years of memories can really mess with your perception of time and people. So I just want to put that out there up front. The only ones I've ever really dealt with directly. Ioun loves learning new things.
So he's a knowledge keeper. Sorry, she's a knowledge keeper.
Yes. Erithus loves the expansion of civilization. She craves it.
So more people the better.
Yes. And it's really all the personal knowledge I have of dealing with them, to be honest. More than loves amazing craftsmen. That's his
I
shtick.
think we may have had that one in the bag a little bit.
Yeah, I wonder where he got that from. No idea. No idea. Oh, and as for your father, if you are inquiring. Royce. He went home.
Well, looks like we have to go there anyways.
Well,
Where's
Fun.
home?
he's no longer on this continent.
Where's home, Royce?
Well, not his home, the home of the elves. The purebloods. Auroris.
It's a land full of elves, I'm guessing.
Yes. Also, above game, not on either of these continents.
Is
So-
it where I think it is?
Yep.
Fucking A.
I don't know where it's at.
Looks like we're going back home, boys.
Well, just you, Syraxis, and Kaz. Yes.
And as for my god, Io, as for an offering, he didn't accept the skull from the dragon that we defeated. So I'm imagining he likes, I don't know. And he just goes quiet, thinking.
Well, to be fair, Baal,
Yeah.
I believe if he's the father of all dragons, then offering him the skull of one of his children is not necessarily something he would prefer.
If I remember, he said the Fey dragons are not part of his children. Is that right above game?
Yes.
Yeah. Or should I say the dragons in the Fey are not part of his children?
Yep. They existed without him. So it looks like you've got some decisions to make.
Well, I think it might make sense to go to Aston first. We can meet up with the Shadar-kai and get a sense of everything that's been going on there. We can visit the Temple of the Raven Queen, meet up with Eon, possibly check in with my mother. And we won't be too far from some of these other places we have to go.
I'm down to do a whole big circle.
I think you're right, Alvin.
So Aston it is then.
Yeah, you took us there once.
We just want you to know you are a good friend to us.
And we'll keep your secret.
Of course you will, or else I'll have to kill you.
Just with a snap, right?
I don't even have to snap. Subtle spells, baby.
Hit me with lightning. Go ahead.
Any chance you could drop us off in that sewer right by the Shadar-kai's hideaway?
Absolutely. Open the door.
Not tempting fate,
Yeah.
but how exactly would the soul spell work for me?
Which one?
Any of them.
Wait, which soul spells?
You just said soul
I
spells.
said subtle spells.
Oh, I heard soul spells.
Subtle. So subtle you can't even hear what I'm here saying.
Oh, I can do that too.
Fantastic. But seriously, open the door.
Door.
It's the fucking sewer.
Thanks for everything, Sawyer.
You can call me whatever you want now at this point. Let's be real.
Thanks, Gond.
Thanks, friend.
Oh. I assume since you're an Aston, you do want me to contact Aeon and see what he's up to. For you all.
Yeah, if you could.
Excellent.
Please and thank you.
Will do. I assume you guys are all heading out into the sewer and going to the underground fortress of the Shadar Kai.
This ought to be interesting.
It should be.
Above game, I still have not received what I asked for from the Mage Emperor yet, right?
Which was, remind me
Um,
while I do this.
I will send it in Discord.
Yeah. Thank you. But with that, let's call it here because good stopping point.
Because you didn't have anything prepped because there were like 10 different directions we could have gone.
No, but partially yes.
I gotta
I
leave
said
though.
it.
Yeah, also that. No, I legit thought you guys were gonna go kill what's his dick, with Aeon, to be honest. So we're gonna go raid one of our friends who plays D&D as well sometimes, although right now they're playing D&D Light, or as some people refer to it, Skyrim. So we'll see you guys later. See you Wednesday for Odoron episode 4 already?
Let's go.
Let's go. Bye.